Good afternoon, students. Hope you all are safe at home. Today, let's start with our new topic of English prose. Let's recap. Last time, we had done the chapter Pinocchio, the story of a wooden puppet. I hope you all have understood that topic very well. Now, today, let's start the new chapter about Gadge Maharaj, today we are going to learn about Gadge Maharaj, who was actually a modern saint, and he had done a lot of work, and he is being known for his work done. Today also people are remembering him for the great work he had done. So let's study about him in more details in our today's chapter, Gadge Maharaj. Now let's start the chapter. Gadge Baba was a modern saint. As I told you all, Gadge Baba was a modern saint. He lived many years ago, but he still remembered for the great work he has done in thousands of places. You can see the peak over here. Now, the question is, what did he look like? Actually, how he looks. So let's see. Silver hair, brown eyes, fair skin, big, tall, and stout body. The stout body means a fat body, rather fat body. He wrapped the lungi around the waist and wore a torn but clean shirt. A cloth shoe adorned one foot while the other foot was many times bare. Bare means uncovered, empty. Understood? He always carried a bowl and a stick. Because of this bowl, or we can say a gadge, people started calling him Gadge Baba or Gadge Maharaj. His real name was Devuji Jhingraji Janorkar. I repeat again, his real name was Devuji Jhingraji Janorkar. He never stayed long in one place. He never stayed at one place. He kept on roaming from place to place, area to area, city to city for doing his work. He slept only on a rough blanket and used only his own arm as a pillow. He always used to sit on a rough blanket and he used to use his arm as a pillow. Means he never took a pillow for sleeping. He used his own arm as a pillow for sleeping. He roamed from village to village, spreading his message of cleanliness, humanity, and the importance of education. So he spread the message of cleanliness. He was very fond of cleanliness, humanity, that is kindness, and the importance of education. He gives importance first to the education. For him, education is very much important. He was not bothered by hunger or thirst. Doesn't matter for him whether he is hungry or thirsty. He doesn't bother for the hunger or the thirst. What he liked was bhajan, kirtan, and teaching to the people. He only liked bhajan, doing bhajans, doing kirtans, and giving speech to the people and teaching to the people. Thousands of people flocked to listen to his kirtans. Thousands of people, flocked means gathered, come together to listen to his kirtan. His kirtans used to be very lively. People loved to listen his kirtans. They never miss any of his kirtan because his kirtan used to be very lively. He would not simply give the lectures. He would not simply give the lectures. He does the work also on it. He would often put the questions to the audience to keep up their interest. Then he would show them how absurd. Absurd means seem not to be real. They were in their words and in their actions. For example, I would like to show would ask in such a way, how many gods are there? Then the reply is 1. You worship. Then the second question of his is, you worship Khandova, Mashova, Viroba, Vitthal and so on. You worship many more, don't you? Yes, correct. Yes. Your actions show that you believe that there are number of gods. Your action shows that you believe that there are so many gods. There are number of gods. And yet you said a little while ago, and just now you said that you worship only one God. So were you asleep then? So where are you? Please awake. Just now you said that you are worshipping only one God. And now you are only saying the gods of so many gods' names. That is Mashova, Khandova, Viroba and Vitthal and so on. So please, were you asleep then? Please awake it. The audience would be taken by surprise. All were amazed by his speech. Then they would listen more attentively to the Baba. They listen more attentively means with more interest they listen to the Baba's speech. And Baba would say, the fourth question, you offer the things to God. You offer the things to God in return for his favor, don't you? And whatever he gives you, you offer the things to God and you return it in place of that. So the answer is yes, we do. Then another question from Baba's side, and don't you say, God, my child is ill. Ill means my child is not feeling well. My child is sick. Please make him well. I will offer you a goat. I will offer you a goat. My answer is again yes, we do. And the next question from Baba's side, and don't you say that if God lets go the two-legged child, if you will offer him in return a four-legged animal, is it true? Is it correct or not? Answer is yes, we do. Why? Now he is questioning us. Why? Can God who created this world be so cruel? Can God take the life of any animal or any human being or any human creature? Can he be so greedy? Do you think that God can be so greedy who has everything to give to the people? Can he be a greedy? Or can he be a bribe? Or can he be a bribe person? So the answer comes no. So next question from Baba's side is, do you think killing and eating one of God's creatures will please him? Or do you think that God will really forgive him for that, for the mistake he is doing? Will he bless you for that? Will he bless you? Will he be giving you the blessings for you for that, for the mistakes you are doing? Then the audience would realize how wrong their thinking was. The audience had really realized how wrong they were. Till now they were too much wrong. They would promise to be more thoughtful. Now onwards, henceforth, they promise that they will be more thoughtful now. After the Kirtan, people flocked to touch the Gargi Baba's feet. People gathered together. Flock means they come together to touch the Gargi Baba's feet. But he wouldn't allow anyone to do that because he don't like the people to touch his feet. So he don't allow the people to touch his feet because he don't believe in all that superstitious beliefs. He didn't like the people touching his feet. As soon as the Kirtan was over, he sped away from there. He went away quickly. As soon as the Kirtan gets over, he moved from there. He went away quickly from there. Leaving the crowds far behind, develop the good qualities. That's all. There's no point in touching my feet, he said. Means, according to Gadge Baba, leaving the crowd far behind, one should develop the good qualities. That's all. There is no point in touching my feet. There is no point in touching the feet, he said, according to him. Baba followed one rule to end of his life. Wherever he went, be it a village, a town or a small settlement, he asked for the sturdy brooms. Sturdy means strong brooms, the spades and pans. Then he would sweep and clean the whole area. Soon other people joined him, but he did not wait for that to happen. He doesn't wait for anyone to come and help him. He do his work alone, himself. He started sweeping and cleaning the place himself. And if any bystander means a person who comes in between his work, especially when the work is going on, and he is not participating in that is the bystander, tried to go to Baba while he was busy in this work. That person would get a smack. Smack means a hit by a Baba. Means a hit. Baba gave a hit with his open hands as a punishment. I get a smack of the broom on the back. You don't do any of this work yourself, and when somebody else tries to do it, you put yourself in the way. Move aside. See how nice and welcoming this village looks when it is clean. Then what Baba is saying in his angry mood, first of all, you don't do any of your work yourself. And when somebody else is doing, then you are coming in between on the way to disturb them. So move it aside. Just move aside. Let me do my work. Let me do my work. See how nice and welcoming this village looks when it is clean. See how clean city village I had made it. If you visit a holy place in Maharashtra like Pandharpur or Nashik or Dehu or Alandi, you will see the work of Gadge Baba did in these places. He himself worked hard, asked for help and built free boarding places. Now what do you mean by boarding? Where you get the food and to eat and to sleep at a very low cost. Ghats on the rivers and water spouts for the poor, helpless, disabled. Disabled means weak people and the needy people. He started places that offered free of cost. He built school, colleges and hostels for the children. He built himself the school, colleges and hostels for the children. You can see the pic over here. He saw God in the poor people and the miserable people. Serving these people was his way of serving to the God. He believes that serving these people, serving these poor and miserable people means serving directly to the God. Means that is the way of serving to the God directly. Now, have you all understood the story which I have narrated you all just now? Students, hope you all have understood. Now reading time. Let's move on for reading time. Let's start with the reading part now from the textbook. Open English textbook page number 81. Take pencils in your hands for marking the hard words. Wherever I feel like necessary to explain the meaning, I will explain it. Okay children, so let's start with the chapter 36, Gadge Maharaj. Gadge Baba was a modern saint. He lived many years ago, but he is still remembered for the great work he did in thousands of places. What did he look like? Silver hair, brown eyes, fair skin, big, tall and stout body. Stout means fat body. He wrapped a lungi around the waist and wore a torn but a clean shirt. A cloth shoe adorned one foot. Adorned means decorated with. One's foot while the other foot was many times bare. Bare means uncovered, empty. Please underline the word stout, wrapped, adorned, bare. He always carried a bowl and a stick. Because of his bowl or a Gadge, people started calling him Gadge Baba. Underline the word Gadge Baba. Or Gadge Maharaj. Underline the word Gadge Maharaj. His real name was Debuji Jingraji Janorkar. Please underline Debuji Jingraji Janorkar. He never stayed long in one place. He slept only on a rough blanket and used only his own arm as a pillow. Underline the word pillow. He roamed from village to village. Roam means he walked or travelled from village to village, spreading his message of cleanliness. Underline the word cleanliness. Humanity. Underline the word humanity. Humanity means kindness. And the importance of education. He was not bothered by hunger or thirst. Underline the word thirst. What he liked was bhajan. Underline the word bhajan. Kirtan. Underline the word kirtan. And teaching people. Thousands of people flocked. Underline the word flocked. To listen to his kirtan. Flock means gathered. Come together. To listen to his kirtans. His kirtans used to be very lively. Lively means very interesting. Underline the word lively. He would not simply give the lectures. Underline the word lectures. Lectures means a speech or a talk to a group of people on a particular subject. I repeat again. Lectures means a speech or a talk to a group of people on a particular subject. He would often put questions to the audience to keep up their interest. Now, audience means people who gather to listen carefully, to listen something. Okay, audience means people who gather to listen something. So, audience to keep up their interest. Then, he would show them how absurd means not seeming proper or real. Underline the word absurd. They were in their words and actions. For example, he would ask, how many gods are there? One. You worship Khandova. Underline the word Khandova. Mashova. Underline the word Mashova. Viroba. Underline the word Viroba. And Vittal. Underline the word Vittal. And so on. These are the names of all the gods. So you worship many more, don't you? Yes. Your actions show that you believe that there are a number of gods, and yet you said a little while ago that you worship one God. Were you asleep then? Turn to page number 82. The audience would be taken by surprise. Then they would listen more attentively to the Baba. Underline the word attentively. Attentively means silently they listen to the Baba. Baba would say, you offer the things to God in return for his favor. Underline the word favor. Don't you? Yes, we do. And don't you say, God, my child is ill. Please make him well. I will offer you a goat. Yes, we do. And don't you say that if God lets go to the too late child, underline the word too late, you will offer him in return a four-legged animal. Underline the word four-legged. We do. Why? Can God who created this world be so cruel? Underline the word cruel. Can he be so greedy? Underline the word greedy. Can he be bribed? Underline the word bribed. No. Do you think killing and eating one of the God's creatures, underline the word creatures, will please him? Will he bless you for that? Then the audience would realize how wrong their thinking was. They would promise to be more thoughtful. Underline the word thoughtful. After the kirtan, people flocked to touch Gadge Baba's feet. Underline the word flocked. Flocked means gathered. They come together to touch the Gadge Baba's feet. But he wouldn't allow anyone to do that. He didn't like people touching his feet. As soon as the kirtan was over, he sped away. Underline the word sped. Sped means he went away quickly from there, leaving the crowds far behind. Develop good qualities. That's all. There's no point in touching my feet, he said. Baba followed one rule to the end of his life. Wherever he went, be it a village, town or a small settlement. Underline the word settlement. He asked for sturdy brooms. Now sturdy means strong brooms. Underline the word sturdy. Underline the word brooms. Spades. Underline the word spades. And pans. Underline the word pans. Then he would sweep. Underline sweep. And clean the whole area. Soon other people joined him, but he did not wait for that to happen. He started sweeping and cleaning the place himself. And if any bystander, underline the word bystander. Bystander means a person standing near but not participating in the work what is happening, tried to bow to Baba while he was busy in this work, that person would get a smack. Underline the word smack. Smack means a hit, usually with an open hand, given as a punishment of the broom on the back. You don't do any of this work yourself, and when somebody else tries to do it, you put yourself in the way. Move aside. See how nice and welcoming this village looks when it is clean. If you visit a holy place in Maharashtra, underline the word Maharashtra, like Pandharpur, underline the word Pandharpur, or Nashik, underline Nashik, or Dehu, underline Dehu, or Alandi, underline Alandi. You will see the work Gadge Baba did in these places. He himself worked hard, asked for help, and built free boarding places. Underline the word boarding. Boarding places means places where one can sleep and eat at a very low cost. Ghats, underline the word ghats, on the rivers and the water spouts. Underline the word spouts. For the poor, helpless, disabled, underline the word disabled. Disabled means weak. And the needy people. He started places that offered food free of cost. He built schools, village, colleges and hostels, underline the word hostels, for the children. He saw God in the poor and the miserable people. Underline the word miserable. Serving these people, underline the word serving, was his way of serving to the God. I hope you all have understood this lesson very well. Okay students? Thank you students. Stay home, stay safe.